Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the 10K to $2 million funding challenge, Friday, October the 27th, 7 a.m. New York time. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. How am I feeling? John, Cisco, Oshi, what's up, guys? Feeling maybe slightly better than I was yesterday, but still not feeling great. The throat is definitely not as sore as it was yesterday, so that's good. The head, still have a really bad headache and very congested and stopped up and just, I went to bed really early though, got a lot of rest, woke up just naturally, and it's kind of still that like morning wake up, like how do I feel? How am I gonna feel? I think when you're sick, the morning is always kind of like you feel the worst because your body is just kind of waking up anyway. So we'll see how it goes, but just wanted to point out this GA trade. My God, literally right here, the spread on GA on Think Markets snipered me out right there, and then you can see this thing tanked right to TP. So that's frustrating, very, very frustrating to see. But I mean, it is what it is. You took the loss. I should have placed my stop loss above the high. Maybe that would have kept me in. Hard to say exactly, but I used the bodies instead of the wick and got tapped out. Took the loss. We're back down to 1.5% drawdown. We were 0.5% in profit, so that 2% loss took us back into drawdown slightly. So kind of frustrating to see that play out, especially seeing that it would have closed out the challenge for us right there. But whatever, it's no big deal. It is what it is. It's just a loss. Losses happen. You can't go back and change. You can only learn, and the only learn I had here is good entry. Stop loss placement probably just could have been a little bit better here. But price worked perfectly. Came back up into a breaker inside of a fair value gap into an order block. I mean, you had major confluence between all three things. GA was moving down, had grabbed liquidity, broke through. So, I mean, it was a great setup. I'll take this setup every single day if I see it. And it's unfortunate that we did get sniped out on the stop loss only for the TP to get hit. This is what drives traders crazy, is when they're right, but they still lose. And this is when they go on tilt. This is when they go on revenge trading. This is when they just get pissed off. They start looking for new strategies. And this is just another loss. It's not a big deal. If this thing hadn't, you get pissed off because you see the result that you were right. This thing could have just gone up and slapped your stop loss and traded right through. And then you're like, oh, well, I was just wrong. Well, you were wrong anyway. It doesn't matter what happens after your stop loss gets hit. You were wrong. So learn from that. Make it a lesson that you can live with. And then you just move on from there. Like it is what it is. It's no big deal. The strategy works. Just be a better analyst and be a better stop loss placement. So would have worked out just fine. So I've canceled the GU limit order here. We've just had some consolidation pretty much throughout London. We've got news coming out at 8:30 this morning for some CPI news, core price index for month over month, personal income and personal spending. So I'm probably not going to be taking a trade until after that news hits. I'm still very bullish dollar. Nothing has changed here. You're just in this widening. You're just in this widening phase of GU, and so my guess is the dollar is going to want to rip up back up into here. You can see euro dollar falling off now. Whether this, excuse me. I think euro dollar is going to want to come down into this level. I think it's going to go lower actually, but for today, I think we could see prices take out yesterday's low and reach down into there. So if that's the case, what I'm looking for is a run on liquidity, which you kind of have had here. You're starting to get displacement down through it. After this run of liquidity, you got a quick displacement, but you couldn't break it. So you've come back up, and now you're finally breaking through currently right now at the start of this candle. So don't get too excited. This could easily be a TGIF setup where it's just running sell side liquidity, rebalancing some of this aggressive move up, and then it runs up with the news. So I'm just going to wait and see until 8:30 what happens with the news. And I don't know if I'm going to be on until that long this morning. We're going to do our giveaway here in about 25 minutes, get that out of the way, and then we'll see how I feel after that. Because my head definitely does not feel great. The throat feels better, which means I can talk and swallow a little bit better than I could yesterday. So I do still have a pretty good cough going though. So we'll just see. We'll get some analysis done. This is this was what I was hoping. I was hoping that overnight GU would pop up into and above, and actually did take out yesterday's high barely. Let me get in here. I was hoping GU would pop up and rebalance more of this fair value gap from yesterday, and specifically this volume imbalance. That was where I was targeting my entry, was at the tip of that volume imbalance right there, with a high above the previous day's high, or Wednesday's high, sorry. And so that's what I was kind of hoping for, is we get up. It did get up into that fair value gap, and then it just pushed away. It didn't get up deeper to where I wanted it to go to get that sell limit, which was in line with this breaker right here. So you had this down move, you had a big run up, you've had displacement through. There's your first breaker. That's what I was targeting right here, this breaker, fair value gap entry. Just didn't push up high enough, and it really just consolidated all night anyway. So it's just kind of moving sideways, expanding, taking out a little bit of the buy side, taking out a little sell side, taking out a little sell side. So we'll see how it happens, what happens here as the news hits this morning. I'm going to go ahead and take that off because I just want to have a fresh screen. Euro dollar play as well was very similar. I wanted to, come on, there we go. I wanted to see price take out yesterday's high. It just reached up into that fair value gap, barely, not very deep at all. So we'll see, but I feel like it's going to want to fill in this wick today. But so I'm going to be looking for sells here on EU. I'm going to go ahead and take that off as well. And then we're going to wait until after the news hits to see if there's any kind of setup to play out. Oh boy. So with that being said, that's kind of what I'm looking for. It was fresh. You can see the dollar just keeps expand. It's doing this expansion, except it hasn't reached back up to the buy side. I think it may, if it wants to go lower today, tapping, rebalancing some of this, tapping into that could be what it wants to do if it wants to go lower after the news hits. So I'm going to be nimble. I'm definitely going to be looking for sells and some buying the dollar, but we'll be cautious. That pound Aussie trade, very nice. Very good trade. Just got sniped out. That sucks. A gold still just... Ooh. Whew. All right, gold. Taking a look at the Gilded Gal here. Just kind of bouncing around for the last couple days. Not much here that I would want to be looking at. If the dollar is going to be strong, you could expect some gold sell-off. You have run a little buy side. You're leaving behind a little breaker here that you could potentially look for a sell down from that area. Potentially, let's look at the 30-minute time frame here. Yeah, I mean, somewhere up in here, you could look for a sell there. Where do you put your stop? You could put it above that swing high, and then you could target either that low for 2.5, or you could hold for these areas down in here for a 1 to 4. Whatever your Whatever your plan calls for, that's what you should probably be aiming for. 1 to 2.5 would actually be a really nice move. But you've had the run of liquidity, you're getting displacement away, and so any pullback up into that. Again, be careful with gold. You know, I don't like messing with her too much. But potential setup there on gold for you. Bitcoin just ranging around. Aussie dollar. Aussie's been pretty strong overnight. It's taken out buy side, coming back up into a premium of this move down. If you look at this move down here, you're back into a premium level of the Aussie dollar position. You're right into an OTE. So for me, any sweep of liquidity here, and if we get displacement lower and we get breaks of order blocks, I would be looking to sell Aussie dollar back into these lows. Very strong, aggressive trend line. This is a very good sign for retail to get cleared out here. So I would be looking for displacement lower, a pullback into a breaker and fair value gap, and then we trade lower here off of Aussie dollar. Dollar CAD similar. It's run sell side liquidity here, and we're starting to see displacement away. So as we move up, if dollar can be strong here on dollar CAD, you might be able to find some buys. There is some sell side or buy side liquidity. Let me give it up to the higher time frame here. On dollar CAD, these highs here, it's kind of that was a bad job. Yeah, it's still a bad job. So that's the area of liquidity that I would be looking to see get run. If you get some displacement up and then a pullback and then you run it. It came right up to it and now it's pulled back, picking up some sell side liquidity, and I still think we're going to run that. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're waiting on. So what we're going to do today is, let me jump back over there. Brad, that GA trade yesterday was tough. Higher time frame on point as usual, so hurts to see that sniper. Yeah, got in higher than you, so didn't get knocked out, but still didn't hold overnight and got a new entry today. Good for you, Cisco. I probably wouldn't have held it overnight. I would have gotten out around break even as the market closed. I definitely probably would not have held that overnight, but it still did work out, and it's nice to see. What's up, Beeswax? Would you say you were early then? Not really. I get in where I get in. I always get in where I want to get in. The move happened. It just wanted to stab up and grab a little bit more liquidity above the bodies of these candles here first. So I don't really judge entries by early or late. I just judge them by, is there a breaker? Was there a liquidity run? Is there displacement? Is there a fair value gap? Is there an order block to work off of? Okay, get in when price is there. And that's where I got in. So I don't really judge it like that. What's up? Good evening, Shadow. Warren Buffett, I broke rules and I lost a trade. Well, part of me says I'm glad you did, because that's how you learn. If you break your rules and you lose a trade, that's how you learn. Stop breaking your rules. Mr. Partha, what's going on? Thanks. Cough on Kirby. If I could, I would. If I knew that it would probably speed up the end of his life cycle here, I might actually do that. But where's that gold breaker? These three down close candles on the 30-minute time frame, probably on an hourly. It's a little, these two down close candles on the hourly time frame right here. The Thursday 1900 and 2000 candle hours. Down move, up move, takes out buy side liquidity, displaces through, leaving behind a breaker. I mean a fair value gap inside of that breaker. So again, not saying that I would take this trade, because I still not a fan of trading gold right now. But it makes a lot of sense here if it touches back up Again, I'm looking at probably getting in at about 50% of that. You don't have to wait for a deep pullback. You could just trade an entry on this fair value gap on the 30-minute time frame. But that's kind of what I would be looking for. It made a new high. It failed to make a new high here, and then right here it ran that short-term high, left behind the intermediate term high, and it's displaced away. So any movement back up into that area, I would look to fade down into these lows. if it acts the way it's supposed to act, but we know gold doesn't do that. I'm not taking that gold trade. I'm just doing analysis because I know there's a lot of you who are still infatuated with gold. What do I think of GA right now? Valid break it or not clear enough run on buy side. GA right now, I would not be looking. Yeah, there's really no good buy side run. I would want to see potentially Cisco something. I would rather see a clear run of liquidity. It's still trending down. After it tapped me out, it's just been trending down, and there's never really been a clear run on liquidity. If it's just moving back up into order blocks. So if it runs this and then you get displaced in a way, I would probably be looking for something like that. But right now, I don't see anything. This was a very clear run of liquidity, and then you get displacement away and a change of character, change of structure, and your market maker sell model is in place, eventually targeting these lows, I think. But for now, I would want to see a spike up into this and then displacement. So not for me right now on GA, it's still just trending down after this run of liquidity here. It didn't really run. I guess maybe you could say it ran liquidity here above this little swing high, but this is just a much cleaner move. Big spike up, displacement up above this high, and then quick displacement down. And I want to see that again. Galaxy says, do you have any experience with the two news events for today? If so, can you share your thoughts, please? I'm in EJ right now and entered at 150.498. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I have experience that. I've seen these month over month, and anytime you have anytime you have anything related to inflation numbers coming out right now, there's a chance for volatility. So the core price index, the month over month core price index, is probably going to have a bigger impact than the income or consumer spending numbers. But it's just hard to say. Everything right now, anything that has to do with dollars being spent or increasing or decreasing in value or income, I mean, you just don't know. So because I don't know, I've seen it where it has had no impact, really, no real volatility. And then I've seen it before where if that core price index month over month number is a big change or misses its forecast by a decent amount, it could really cause volatility. So because I just don't know, like that number that came out yesterday with the GDP, it's 4.9%. Are you freaking kidding me? Who actually believes that the U.S. economy, the quarter before, had a 2.3% GDP growth? And then in the last quarter, it went from 2.3% gross domestic product growth to 4.9% in one quarter. Who actually believes that? It's the most inflated, manipulated use of data and news that I have seen so far from government numbers that have been put out. It's insane to me, absolutely insane to me, how manipulated that is. There is no flipping way that that's true. Not a chance. Not a chance. So who knows what I'm saying that not to instill like conspiracy theory news into this. I'm just telling you all these numbers that are coming out, don't believe them, and you don't know what they are. Because if it's forecasted to be something, they can say whatever the hell they want to say that number is because they have an ulterior motive for price manipulation in mind. So this is why I say don't trade any dollar-related news events that are specifically tied to inflation, GDP, employment, spending, that kind of stuff. Sentiment reports, I don't really give a crap about. There's some like housing, I don't really give a crap about. Building permits, I don't really give a crap about, that kind of stuff. They're listed as red folder news events, but they don't move the market like anything that has to do with the consumer or inflation or GDP or unemployment, NFP, that kind of stuff. You just stay away from it. It's just better. A lot of gold bugs around. Yeah, they are. What's up, Reggie? It's giveaway at 7:30. It is Yash. Ansab says made up numbers, all BS. I agree. Sheep believe the government numbers. John, you know I went to the strip club on Tuesday, right? Had a grand old time, free drinks, no cover charge. Yeah, it happens occasionally, John. You can go to the Gilded Gal and you can have the time of your life, and she'll dance the tune that you want her to dance to, and then the next time you go, she will slip a Mickey in your drink and rob you, take your credit card, get your social security number, and completely destroy your life. I think news is nothing but allowing people to get away with heavy manipulating markets. I remember the other week when euro interest rates were hiked above the expectation, and yet it sold off heavy. Yep, agreed, Ben. Galaxy, anyone here uses FX Blue trade copier? I do not. I'm not sure if anyone in here does. Pound dollar took liquidity, now going down, perhaps a sell opportunity. Maybe. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if news pops up and grabs that liquidity there. If news displaces lower and leaves behind a nice fair value gap, you could potentially have a breaker set up. You can see on Euros, similar setup. You had this run of liquidity. It's just not super clean. I typically like to see that run of liquidity and then an immediate displacement, but instead it just held that range, came back up, and now you're getting that displacement. It's just not super clean yet. So wait for the news. You have an hour for it to come out. Let's wait and see what happens. I got a stiletto to the temple. Terrible time. See, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. She's like lost almost all that I gained, made horrible mistakes. So mad at myself that I'm this far along in trading and making simpleton mistakes. Dude, we all make them. I took a trade last Friday I should have never have taken. So it is what it is, dude. Not a big deal. Learn from your mistakes. Put something in place that helps you mitigate that the next time. You know, I mean, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. All right, so I'm going to go put out a tweet. I'm going to go put out a tweet here right now on Twitter. And I'm just going to say, what am I going to say here? How about all right. There you go. Go repost that. I just dropped it in the chat. Just go repost that Twitter post there, and then you guys will be eligible for the drawing, which we'll do here in about 5 minutes. So you got a pretty good chance of winning a 10K account with only about 30 people in here this morning. I need to get Twitter Picker going. Sorry about that, guys. I can't hit the mute button fast enough sometimes. A cough jumps up and gets me. So we'll get the Twitter picker going. Repost the tweet about every loss is a lesson. I'll just keep spamming that link in there for anybody that's jumping in. We'll do it. We'll give you got about 5 minutes to get on Twitter and repost that. They aren't here yet. Ferguson twins, I'm not sure if they're going to show up today. I don't even know if they know about it because I only put it in the Discord. I didn't post it on Twitter, so it's only people in the Discord know what time the drawing is. If you're in the Discord, then you saw what time to be here. Otherwise, you don't know. So I don't think they're in the Discord. Don't pick without the Ferguson twins. Reposting that will get you qualified. It will show up here on the Twitter picker. We'll do it in just about 4 minutes. I'll put it one more time. One more time. There you go. That's it. That's all you get. Oh, God, my head, dude. I call them threefers, where I take 3 ibuprofen and 3 Tylenol at once. Pain and inflation. Inflation. Pain and inflation. Pain and inflammation. That's what I try to get rid of. And it hasn't really, I don't know, I took it like 30 minutes ago and it's 45 minutes ago. It still hasn't really, my head is just pounding. My head is just pounding. What's up, Corey? Welcome in, buddy. Corey, make sure you repost. That Twitter post so you can get eligible. I think the indexes are dropping again today. I don't think you're going to see much of a pullback. Gold about to close out below that level and leave behind a nice little fair value gap there on that breaker. Like to see Aussie dollar displace through here, take out this low, and then come back up into it for another sell. Dollar CAD I'd like to see displace above this level. It's taking out sell side. Let's get some displacement up, and then we can target our higher time frame draw liquidity. Oh, jeez, man. No orders are open right now. Nothing open. Nothing is open. So we've got news coming up. I'm going to wait till after that news hits. We're going to do the giveaway, and I might stay on for just a little bit longer after that. My head is killing me, y'all. I might just go get an ice pack and put on it or something. And hopefully by Monday rolls around, I've kicked this thing, and we can get back to our normal 2-hour streams. Dollar running pretty aggressively here. It's leaving behind some really nice setups though before the news. I mean, these are really nice breaker setups here. It's leaving behind before the news hits. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens. Oh, all right, 6:30. Let's get Twitter Picker up. Let's see, we got about 30 people watching right now. So you got a pretty good chance here. Of course, there's an ad. How do I get rid of that? Let's get rid of that. All right, here we go. Bespoke Funding, our sponsor, allows us to give away a 10K account every single week. And we're super grateful for them of being just a wonderful sponsor to the stream and supporter of the stream. There's our preview. So every loss is a lesson. Learn from them or stay stuck in the 90% club forever. So that's the tweet that you should have reposted. We need one winner. You don't have to have a picture. We'll hit continue here. And then here's all of our reposters. Looks like we got a female trader in here. That's awesome. We don't ever get very many. Just scrolling through so you can make sure that you did definitely. There you go. That's everybody. All right. I hope I say this all the time. Love-hate relationship with accounts. I know you guys that are in here are typically here because you want to learn and grow, and that you will not just treat this like a slot machine or a lottery ticket, but that you'll take it seriously and do your best to manage this account like a professional. So we're going to begin the drawing here. Good luck to everybody. 23 entries. So you got a pretty dang good chance. So good luck to everybody. Let's begin the draw. We'll see who wins. Kai 2810. You are the winner of today's 10K two-step classic challenge with Bespoke Funding. What's up, Kai? Kai Guy, you have won. If you'll please message me on Twitter. Congrats, not Ferguson. Yeah, congrats, man. Rooting for John. I want to see John and I want to see Corey win. They're gonna get a winner here at some point. Kai, just DM me on Twitter, and I'll message you and show you how to get in touch with Bespoke about getting your account set up. So good luck with that, man. I really do hope that you'll take advantage of this opportunity and show up here on the live stream with us. Keep us informed on how the challenge is going, or if you need help with something or analysis or just whatever. This community is here to help you. So take advantage of it, man. And congratulations. And thanks for being here on the live stream to win. So yeah, I've seen Kai in here before. He's not a regular in the chat, but I've definitely seen his name pop up a time or two. So way to go, Kai. Congratulations, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and just screenshot this real quick. There we go. That way, if Bespoke has any issues, they can come to me and I'll get it sorted for you. All right, let's get rid of that. That's done. 10K account giveaway in the books. We're into the 30 minutes, into the 7:30 half hour here. Dollar ripping higher. It's just on rocket fuel here, just taking off. And I expect dollar to be strong here to close out the week. So I will be looking for, man, this is beautiful, beautiful little setups here on euro dollar. Dang, man. It's unfortunate that it's running like this right before the news hits. Pound, I would want to see a deeper run above liquidity here. I would really like to see it tap that, take out those Asian highs. But we'll see. Gold still dropping, Bitcoin doing nothing. Aussie dollar, if Aussie dollar can displace through this level, then I would look for a retracement to sell this off And oppositely here on dollar CAD. Ah, man, where would I look for? I'll just wait and see. It would be a huge breaker there. This whole run up. So. Man, oh man, what a falling off, a euro falling off a cliff here. Pound falling off a cliff. Not as aggressively. Pound is definitely a little bit stronger. Very unfortunate we couldn't capitalize on that pound Aussie trade there. Sucks. All right, what am I going to do now? I definitely don't feel great. Definitely don't feel great, so how about I'll stay on for 20 more minutes. We'll stay on till the top of the hour. And then I'll probably call it a day. Got in a little bit further today than we did yesterday because I do feel slightly better than I did yesterday, but still not good. I'm just ready. I hate feeling sick. I take care of myself as pretty well. Like my wife and I, we're fairly healthy people. We like to exercise a lot, eat well, all that kind of stuff. So when we get sick, it's frustrating. But we also try to manage it when we get sick. As soon as we start feeling it, we start, taking care of it. Try to knock it out quickly, get over it as fast as we can. So. I'm just going to mark stuff up based on what I can see right now. And I know news is coming, so we're gonna have to wait on some of this. But here's kind of what I would anticipate. But no trade for me until after news hits. I need to see some closure below here before I would consider an Aussie trade, and closure above here before I would see a dollar CAD trade. Best to get off the charts and get some rest. You have the entire weekend to recover. Absolutely, I do, man. I am going to be chilling out all weekend, playing Starfield, sitting my butt on the couch, taking my meds, eating some chicken soup. We'll get this knocked out. All right. I don't think I'm going to make it top of the hour, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it right here. I apologize for the 2 days in a row of short streams. But I need to, I'm going to go get an ice pack and throw it on top of my head. So I hope you guys are having a great day, afternoon, evening, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Drink some ginger. Yeah, I've got this flu balm that we take. We make a natural flu balm. It's got ginger and garlic and turmeric and cayenne pepper and honey and lemon juice. It tastes like crap, but it really does help. So cue the sick music. I wish I had some sick music. But congratulations, Kai. I will jump on Twitter right now and get you sorted, and then I'll be done for the day. I will watch the charts as the news prints. I'll probably be just watching. I'll put my laptop on the couch by me when I go lay down here, and we'll just watch and see what comes up. So hang out on Discord for sure, because I'll be posting any orders that I put in. I'll post on Discord 100% for sure. So make sure you guys are on over there, and we'll see what happens. I'll be in there over the weekend too. So, but thank you guys for being here. You guys have a great weekend. Happy hunting. Stay safe, and we'll catch you on Monday. Adios, y'all.